All right, we are live. Hello, everybody.
Hi,
Monday.
everyone.
It's President's Day.
That's right. Yeah, it's President's Day.
Yeah.
I wonder if is this a day where people do stuff? If you're doing stuff, let us know. I don't know.
I don't know, but I know we're not having our seminar today later on because it's President's Day. So I don't know. Is everything closed in the US?
I think a lot of things are closed today. Yeah, I think it is like it's a holiday today. So I hope you're having fun.
All right, Abby, today we're going to talk about wants and desire. What is the difference between want, desires, and what are they used? Because it's very, very useful.
I love that. I'm curious.
Yeah, it's very important conversation because it will set you up to accomplish what you want to accomplish in life, right? So the first thing to say is, yeah, go ahead.
Can I just say a quick before you start? I just wanted to say to everybody, this isn't just semantics. I really feel it's important to understand the distinction between these things. Sophie has really taught me this over the years, really understanding the difference between two concepts. It seems similar, but it gives you so much more awareness and power in life. So I'm just saying that to say that if you're here, engage, because it's great to get the distinctions. Okay, that's all I wanted to say.
Yeah.
Go ahead.
I wish I had an example of a word that can be used in different meaning. But anyway, if you want power in life, you need to use language. Language is a tool we have to create our life. So the more specific you are with the words you use, the bigger the space you will have to play. Okay, so it is absolutely not semantics and it is arbitrary, right? So let me tell you what I mean when I use wants and what I mean when I use desires and what it gives me to put those meanings on those words. And as I said, most people don't make the difference, but then, you know.
Yeah, it gives you so much more potentiality when you have the distinctions. So I'm curious to hear this.
All right, so everybody must know by now, I make always the difference between the world of survival. So you survive a danger, right? So you are in attack, withdraw, freeze mode, like you're facing a danger, or the world of being where you align with your essence, align with your soul, and you are responding. One is a reaction, the other one is a response. Okay, so there is those two words. So I put wants in the world of survival.
Oh, love that.
And desire in the world of being present, right?
Beautiful.
Okay, so that's how I divide all the language. There is a very specific language that will have you operate in the world of survival. And there is another vocabulary that will have you operate in the world of being. Okay?
Yeah.
So it's exactly, and I have not invented anything, right, Abby?
Right.
Just like doctors have their own language, lawyers have their own language, dancers. Yes. If you want to operate in the world, you have to learn the language. Like I'm in Spain now, I'm learning Spanish. If I go on speaking English or French, I won't be able to communicate.
Yep.
Right.
And how this works practically for me is that when I'm in the moment, if I remember a conversation like this, like, oh, want is survival and desire is in the world of being, which we're about to hear about. If I actually have that moment where I say, I want, and then I say, oh, no, I desire. See how it instantly brings awareness to a moment, a present moment when you can choose your language. That's how it works.
Yeah. Or you can also ask yourself, well, is it a want or is it a desire? Oh. And then you know what is using you, right?
Oh, I love that.
Let's look at wants, right? So if we put wants in the world of survival, you can hear that you are reacting to something. You are trying to make it. You are trying to survive. You are trying to dominate, to get somewhere, right? So that's where you have wants like, oh, they have a bigger car than me, they have a bigger house than me, they have more money than me. It's very much oriented in around the material goods.
Yeah.
Right. But also fame, I want to be loved, so I need to be famous.
Yep.
Right? So do you see the wants is always by comparison, wanting to get somewhere where you are not, to fix something, to change something. It's a lack of acceptance, a lack of, being present, really.
Yeah, I feel the energy is kind of like grabbing, like there's a clinging energy to that word.
Yeah. So you can do that with food, when you eat too much. I know, like, for example, when I feel lonely, I eat.
Yeah, totally.
I want to eat. That is survival.
Wow.
I'm not dealing with the loneliness. I'm just stuffing myself with chocolate, right? Or what else? Some people are addicted to shopping. Okay, they want that dress, they want that pair of shoes, right? Look at what is underneath. There is a lack.
Right. Totally.
Okay, so
it's a world of scarcity.
Yeah. So that's what I call wants.
Mm-hmm.
Okay. And there is nothing wrong with wants. You just know there is consequences. There is a space of scarcity, of jealousy, of resentment, of feeling powerless, of feeling less, right? The whole world of scarcity.
Mm-hmm.
All right, now desire.
I love the switch. I can feel it in the space.
I know. I mean, desires is really so close to aliveness. So here is how I imagine desires, right? Your soul. So you have your soul, you have your human, and they're connected because you're not in survival. So you have a great connection, right? And your soul directs your human in a direction through the desires. So it's an impulsion. You really want to listen to your desires because it's as if you're getting guidance from your soul. Don't dismiss them. You just need to be sure they are desires and not wants.
Yeah.
Right? But the desires are, an impulse, something to listen to. It is the aliveness of being alive. I mean, that sounds so strange, but there are some people that are more alive than others. Yeah. You see that the aliveness energy is high. They are in action. They have projects and challenges, and they're curious. That comes from desires.
Wow.
Right? So you see how important it is to make the difference.
Oh, absolutely. Mm. It is so, I really, you can feel the difference in the worlds. Like as soon as you started to shift over to desire, it just went, the space, like, wow, it's amazing.
Yes.
That's a great question to ask too. Like you said previously, is this in the world of wants or desires? What I'm.
Yeah. Yes, you always want to check. Are you trying to fix and change something? And then you're in survival. Mm-hmm. Or are you being alive, right? Mm-hmm. Listening to the guidance, to your intuition. So the thing I want to leave everybody with is that we don't know what to trust, right? Because we don't know if it is our survival, our mind, the automatic mind, the one that is connected. Should I believe that thought? Is that an intuition? Am I making it up? I mean, right? But there is always something you can trust. It's what inspires you. It wasn't, when I started talking about desires, do you see how happy I became, right? Because teaching, that I think, all right, that's my desire, right? I heard my soul. I'm a teacher. I will teach. I'm surrendering. But
yes.
it inspires you. Your aliveness goes up. It's irresistible. There is no effort.
Yes.
You
it
know,
naturally puts you into that space of abundance, because it's not like, oh, I'm lacking and therefore I need to go get this thing. It's like you're already full. You're full of aliveness. And then you get that inspiration from the divine, from your soul, that is the desire to put into the world. So it's a totally different experience. It's so
all right.
much.
So there is one more thing to look at, okay? Because that's the trap. Okay. So, you know, you always want something you don't have in the world of survival. Now, you have a desire for something you also don't have on the material plane, right? But there is a very big difference. Very, very, very big difference. What you don't have is not at the level of things. What you don't have is at the level of vibration.
Wow.
Right? So, because in the world of your essence, in the spiritual world, it has already happened. If you get desires from your soul, it's a done deal.
Wow.
It's a done deal. But your human has not gotten to that level yet of vibration.
Wow. I love that.
So you don't go to once, and don't shift into survival because you have a desire and it is not realized yet. No. What you do is go in and raise your level of vibration to fulfill on your soul intention. So the awareness, which is always the ultimate power, is to not go to lacking something and scarcity, but to really bring awareness to the gap that you are being asked to fill.
Wow. That is so powerful.
Yeah. And you know, life is fun that way. Life is fun.
It is.
I don't know. People say, "Aren't you tired?" I said, "No, I love it."
Yeah, exactly.
No, but it makes life much, much easier. All you need to do is practice.
Yeah.
All you need to do is practice. Like, for example, you want to practice mastering to know the difference between wants and desire. You do it for 8 weeks.
Yeah.
Every day you have a post-it saying wants or desire. Ask yourself that question 2 or 3 times a day. Okay. I know it's not going to descend on you without you practicing, but you will train yourself, and in 2 months it will be automatic. You would have created a habit.
Yes. Yeah.
So there is for today my little teaching.
Thank you. I don't think we've talked about that specific distinction before. And for me, it really, I think we talked a couple of weeks ago about scarcity and abundance, and this, which of course is the same as survival and being conscious or aware. And this just fits really well into those spaces. It's just that experience you're talking about of reaching a certain frequency or vibration inside of yourself and filling that gap is such a powerful way to look at life. It's just so beautiful.
Yeah. Can I just finish on the practice, right?
Yeah, please.
You know, I think I put aside normally, I think on average 2 hours a day to learn, to educate myself, right? Because I think, as a Buddhist say, ignorance is a source of all suffering. So I'm listening to a lot of different masters, teachers, spiritual leaders. I mean, I'm listening to everything I can put my hand on.
Mm-hmm.
And I really want to invite everybody listening, without educating yourself and practicing, you know, it's very rare the number of people that get downloaded enlightenment. You know what I mean? So
For sure.
just read, talk, listen, but you need to educate yourself. Now, I do an average of 2 hours a day or 3 hours a day because it's my job, it's my life, right? But you need to really put that in. It's necessary for you to expand. And remember, we either expand or we contract, but we never stay still.
Mm.
All right, Abby, do you want to see if we have any questions?
Yeah, let me just check and see if we have anything here. I don't see any comments right now, but thank you so much to those of you that are hanging out with us. We love this Monday call.
Yeah. All right, darling. Everybody, thank you for listening. And please put your comments, your likes, your dislikes, your reflection. We love reading them.
Absolutely. Yeah, we really do.
All right. Bye, everybody.
Thank you, everyone.